Okay, so for today, we'll be giving you some insights on how to open your Google Meet in three different ways, at least in three different ways. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so all you have to do now is open your Google Meet using your favorite browser. Okay, but actually, it works well with using Google Chrome. So let's open it in Google Chrome. So all you have to do here is type Google Meet meet.google.com. Okay, then press enter. In your welcome screen, you have a welcome screen of Google Meet. Premium video meetings now free for everyone. So I either click here, new meeting, get a meeting link to share, start an instant meeting, or schedule a Google Calendar. Okay, but before that, you have to check if this is your account. Okay, if this is your account, so you check here. So if it is not, so you have to select or you add your account here. Okay, so this is not my account, so I will select one of the sample account. So we have here sample account Harold Lostre. Then we will close the all Google Meet account. So here I have now my account, okay, which is already open. So then all you have to do is start a new meeting by clicking start an instant meeting. Okay, when you click this, it automatically opens your Google Meet. But before doing anything else, you could check, okay, or before starting with your actual Google Meet meeting, you could check, like for example, you check your camera. Okay, if it works well, okay, you check your camera, you check your video and audio, okay, especially your video, your camera, your microphone, okay, you could also check the background blur, okay, so this is available in personal account only. But if you log in as your organization and account, so you will not see this blur effect for now. Okay. Okay. So what we'll do here is click the settings. So if you want to know what are your settings, so just click your settings. Audio, you have your audio. Okay. Default microphone, webcam, default speaker. Okay. So you can test. Okay, so if your sound, so which means it's okay. Okay, so in the video, so I want to check which video camera is using. So I have here 3. Okay, but you can switch whatever video camera you want to use. Okay, so then the resolution, if you have slower speed of internet connection, so you could select standard definition. But if you have higher bandwidth connection, so you could select high definition. Okay, but for now I will select standard definition. General, you have only one. Report additional diagnostics to help improve this product. Okay, so if you feel this is correct and this is okay, so you could exit now. Okay, click close. Okay, then you have here, to avoid echo, use the same device for your mic and speaker. Okay, so I already used my device and speaker as one. Okay, so for now we have here the link, okay, for our meeting. So because this is a personal account, so which means this will be temporary. So this is your temporary meeting link. Okay, so it is not permanent link, so it is only temporary link. Okay, so try to join. Okay, so you have here the welcome screen to add your users or your student. Okay, so here we have your meeting link again. Then you can copy that one by clicking this button, copy. You have copied the meeting link. Okay, or you can add people here. Okay, so this is the one way of opening your Google Meet. Okay, so let's go back again. Let's try to open it in a different account, okay, or in a different way. So another way is by clicking your schedule in Google Calendar. Okay, so let's try this one, Google Calendar. So I have here in your Google Calendar, it's automatically open as one of the event, okay, in your Google Calendar. So you could share this one. You could click here to create or join with Google Meet. Okay, so here, for example, I will type event number 1. Okay, so you have the date. It will be available on September 27, 10:30 p.m. to 11:30. Then September, another date, okay, if you want. But perhaps this will be available only in one day, okay? So you could select here all day, okay? Or if not, if you want to share this by using only this time, okay? So, for example, I will select here until 12, so 11 p.m. until 12, okay? So until 12, for example. So we have here 12 a.m., okay? So then you have Google Meet, join with the Google Meet, notifications, okay, if you want to notify before the event. So you have here also the user, okay? So let's try this one. So you can add guest here if you want. For example, if you want to notify one of your colleagues or one of your class or your students, so you have to type their email address here. So we'll try one of the email, okay? Like for example, I will try, okay, Mark Colmenares. I will try one of my student, okay? For example, this one. So I will type one of my student here. For example, we have Christian Sanchez 2020. So I will type here the email address, christine.sanchez2020 at gmail.com. Okay, so I'll add that one. So as you can see here, we have one guest. This one is the organizer, so which means you are the organizer. Okay, let's try that one. So save. Okay, so you check first before anything else. So save. Okay, then send invitation to your guest. So whoever you type here as your guest, it will be given an invitation. Okay, so here we have event. It's event. Okay, then you have your Google Meet event also, or link. Okay, so let's check if Kristen Sanchez 2020@gmail.com receives my email address or our invitation. Let's check that one. Okay, by doing so, you have to open another account here, Gmail, but this Gmail account is for Christine Colmenares, Christine Sanchez. Okay, so let's open Christine Sanchez email. Let's try. Okay, so there is an invitation. So it says, let's open this one. Okay, so invitation says join with Google Meet. So which means you can click this one if you want to. Okay, go to the calendar or click the meeting code, okay, meeting link of your Google Meet. Okay, so there are some choices. But let's try this one, the calendar. The Google Calendar of Christine Sanchez. Let's open that one, okay? So type here, calendar.google.com, okay? But we will open calendar of Christine Sanchez. Okay, so we'll close that one. That is not the calendar of Christine. So you have here, as you can see, an invitation also, aside from your Gmail. So you have here an invitation, event number 1, 10:30 p.m. to 12. So if I click this one, so I have this pop-up screen. So I can either join, which means I can start the meeting now, okay, or join the meeting now. I can join the meeting, okay, of Harold Lustre. So 30 minutes before, this is the alarm, Okay, so who holds the meeting? So we have the moderator, Harold Lustre, 2020gmail.com. Okay, so those are the options. Another one, so you can click yes, okay, if you want to join. Okay, on the Google Calendar and in the Google email, okay, on the Gmail, you could also click here, yes, if you want to go to the invitation or if you want to join the invitation. Okay, click here. Okay, so you have yes. Okay, let's try to check in the email and the calendar of Mr. Harold Lustre. What happened to the calendar of Mr. Lustre here? So if I click, so as you can see, we have a check mark here, which means Christine Sanchez is attending the event. Okay, let's try to check also the email of this host. Okay, let's try to check that one. Email. Okay, so in his email, so as you can see here, there's an email from Christine Sanchez, and the email says, okay, so Christine Sanchez has accepted this event, so which means it's already accepted by Miss Sanchez. Okay, then some information about the uh, email, okay, by Miss Sanchez. Okay, so you could either reply to this email or you could download the invitations if you want, or you could reply this invitation. Okay, thank you for your interest. Thank you for your interest in this sad event. See you. Okay, so I'll try to send this one. So as you can see here in Miss Christine email, so there is another one email, so which says, okay, Illustrator invitation, yes, this one, new. Okay, so when I click this one, so thank you for interest in the said event. Okay, so which means it's already received by Miss Sanchez. Okay, the invitations and the acceptance. Okay, hey, so that is the other way of inviting, okay, or setting a meeting link to your friends or your students. Okay, so another one is with your Google Classroom. Okay, so Google Classroom. Let's try to check that one. So here in your Google Meet, as you can see, because you already created an event, so it will appear here. So which means, although this is temporary, but this one is will appear in your screen here. Okay, so it will not be deleted unless you delete it in your Google Calendar also. Okay, so let's try to check that one. So here in your Google Calendar, as you can see here, the line says here that indicating the time, okay, the time today. So it says 10:18 a.m. So meaning your event is approaching. Okay, so next, another way is by using your Google Classroom. So let's try to check. So here, tag classroom.google.com, classroom.google.com. Okay, we will use one of the sample account. So here we have this account. Okay, so let's wait to open that account. So for example, I will open one of the account, okay, which has two, or which already have two classes. Okay, so here we have calendar, we have to review. So but perhaps we will try to check one of the class. Okay, one of the class, if you have already have an account in the Google Class, okay, Classroom. So click classwork rather, Then you have here Meet. You have here also Google Calendar and Class Drive folder. So normally those are the link to your Meet, your calendar, and your Google Drive folder. Okay, so let's try Meet. Okay, so normally it will open an account, which is your account. So because this is an organization account, so meaning this is a permanent link to your, or permanent code to your account. So let's try another one. Okay, so another one. Once you open this account, and if you want to join now, or you check first your microphone and your camera. Okay, so turn off first your microphone and camera and your settings here. Okay, so as you can see, we have add an in-house live stream. If it is an organization, so you have this menu. Okay, so if not, it will not appear here. Okay, so all you have to do now is click join now. In your join now, you have a permanent link, which is for an organization. But if one of your student is, or one of your colleagues or guest is not within the organization, he or she cannot join this invitation. Okay, so but still you can join by using this link, not by this link. Okay, so we'll try to join by using this link. Okay, so you have to give this to your student. For example, you could give this by using your messenger, or you could give this by using an invitation to your email. Okay, so let's try this one. So you could add people here also. If you have your students, you could copy and paste all of their emails. So you can copy that one, copy and paste. Okay, so go back here, paste. So as you can see, automatically it recognized all your students. Okay, so but if not, send an email invitation. Okay, so you could send an email invitation. So we'll not do that. Okay, so here we have still the link. Okay, so here we will leave first this invitation. Okay, so you can rejoin, go back to the meeting, or you could end now the meeting, return to home screen. Okay. Okay, another way of sending an invitation. Okay, the third way is the easiest part. So all you have to do is open your email or calendar, rather, calendar of the teacher, okay, or the host. So open that. So we will close this one. So open the calendar of the teacher. So as you can see here, in your calendar, you have here your subject with your student in that subject. Okay, so I will set an invitation. So for example, class meeting. So we have here, so you set for your date. So you have 28, the time, for example, is 9 a.m. 9 a.m. rather. So 9 a.m. So we'll check this one. Then until 12. Okay, 12 p.m. 3 hours. So that is your class. Then you have your Google Meet link. So this is your Google Meet link. So then this is your notification, this is your attachment in your calendar, but as you can see, I've attached the whole class. Okay, so next is other description, attachment, etc. So if you want to add more attachments here, you could add, like for example, your notes and everything. So you could add on this part. Okay, so then you have here guest. If you want to add more, aside from your students in this class, you could add more, like your co-teacher of your class, okay, or a friend if you want so. Okay, so next is, we will save this one. Okay, as you can see, one of my students here in this class is, let's try to check if it arrives to one of my students. Okay, so let's check the calendar of that student. Okay, so who is that? So we'll try this one. So this is one of my student, Marco Almenares. Let's try. So let's close this one. Okay, so let's open. So as you can see here, we have class meeting. So we have here the teacher's account. So we have class meeting 9 a.m. to 12. And we have here the student. Okay, my student. Let's try to open another account of my student. Let's see if there is also an invitation like this. Okay, let's try that one. So we'll open another student. We have here another student. Let's try to check the calendar of that student if it appears to that student. If not, he or she is not your student. But in this case, I have here, okay, a calendar. Okay, so an invitation to your class meeting. So I can start the meeting by clicking this one. And also in the calendar of Mark Colmenares, he or she can also start a meeting. But because this is not a host, so normally they will wait for you to admit or click admit. So let's try it. Okay, let's try click that one. Okay, so in order to not give feedback, so we will close or we will turn off the microphone and also the camera. Okay, so in the account of Amara Smith, let's try to join also. And let's turn off the camera and video also. Okay, so as you can see here, we have two students wants to join in your meeting. Okay, so let's try to ask to join. So it will wait for a while. If already the teacher click the admit, so you could join the meeting. So let's try also on this account. But we have, you lost your network connection trying to reconnect. Okay, so we'll wait for reconnection. Let's try to check if the account of Mark Colmenares appeared to the meeting of this account, the teacher. Okay, let's try to open the teacher's meeting. Okay, so join. Okay, so we have one. So Mark Colmenares, we will admit that student. Okay, admit. So we will try to check the connection because the connection was, so we'll disable the audio because it gives us feedback. Okay, we'll disable the audio. Let's try the account of Mark Colmenares, so it's okay. So we will disable also my video here. Okay, this is my account. Okay, so let's try to open the account of Miss Amara Smith. Lost connection. What happened? Okay, so if this is the case, we'll try to reconnect again. So we'll end the meeting. Then we'll rejoin again. Okay, for troubleshooting purposes. Okay, asked to join. So we'll close this one, we'll turn off this one. Okay, so in the teachers portion, so you will have to admit this student. Okay, admit. So as you can see here, we have three now, three students or two students. That is Mark Colmenares and the girl. Okay, then this is your host. Okay, this is the host, this is your account, the teacher's account. Okay, but the account of Mark and Amar Smith is still open. Okay, so what will happen in your account? So you have still your link here, your settings, okay, your control, okay, your caption, present now, and everything. On the account of your student, they have still same menu here, okay, CC, closed caption, the present now, and this one, okay, turn background blur, but I think this one will not appear on your menu, okay, on the teacher's menu. Let's try to check. Okay, the teacher's menu, background blur, so it will not appear here because you are using your organizational or your institution's account, okay, so perhaps that is the case. But in your case, because you are a host, you are the host of this meeting, or you are the teacher, you can record the meeting, okay. But on the account of Mark, so it will not appear here. On the account of the girl student, it will not appear here also, okay. So that's it. That's the three way of accessing your Google Meet, okay, or the ways of opening your Google Meet, okay. So the last part is how to join the Google Meet using your Google Calendar as your Google Class, okay, account. As you can see here, we have the whole class. You send it to your whole class, so automatically it will be seen by your students automatically, okay. So that's all. Thank you. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.